Yeah, hello, it's Stephen Kelly here. It's 4/21/2026, and this video is regarding David Wilcock, who shot himself yesterday on 4/20 at his presumed residence in Colorado. And I just want to say a few things regarding that, because obviously I knew him. If I had to think about it, the circuit that we did, of course, whatever you want to call it, there's not too many people left. Jordan's gone. Sean David Morton's gone. Now, I wouldn't put Corey Good in that category. I don't know who else to put in that category except for maybe Kerry Cassidy. Other than that, I don't really know who's left. But that's shocking, obviously. They say that he was depressed over money issues, primarily couldn't pay his mortgage, things like this. And obviously, as someone who's lives with nothing, and has had depression issues, I can certainly understand. But at the same time, I'm a little disappointed that he didn't do some things different. I will point out that for those of you that don't remember, that when he was involved with Corey Good and the whole Blue Avian bullshit, he got in trouble in Colorado because product was being sold under the pretense that information used to support said sale of product was true, when it was, of course, fantasy, such as the Blue Avian nonsense. Anyway, unlike Corey Good, David Wilcock did come out and say that it was only entertainment. And I guess this was the end of his career, because obviously up until that point, Gaia TV was a big deal at the Conscious Life Festival. They had a big, huge thing. David was the star. Corey Good, of course, had a big presence. I sure did. But there was money involved. And certainly any time money is being taken from people, snake oil, huckstering, whatever it is, it's a big deal. Anyway, so history is what it is, but that's what happened, and that's what led him to where he is, or was, yesterday. I just want to point out, though, that even though a lot of what he said I think was bullshit, of course, and I didn't follow a lot of it towards the end, because I think there's a lot of people in this community that say a lot of things that sound legitimate, especially with regard to, well, dare we say it, the Epstein class and the human trafficking and this sort of thing. But when you throw in the alien nonsense, then it becomes clouded, as Kerry likes to do. But certainly the Blue Avian nonsense didn't help anybody's reputation. But at a very early time, David was one of the few people who did talk about densities, and I believe he had some information, probably the same information I had from Billy Meier. So I gave him respect for that. But either way, killing yourself is obviously never an option, and I'm extremely disappointed that he would do that. He chose 420 to do that, so obviously we have to remember this, easily to remember him now. But at the same time, I wish he had taken some of his energy and his resources, no matter what his economic situation was, and devoted it to my mission. Imagine if he had taken his voice and his credibility and his face, his reputation, and devoted it to Occupy the Getty. What could he have done other than what he just did? Anyway, so that's kind of a dramatic thing, and I know damn well he was aware of what I was doing, and I think when you are focused on money and your ego and everything else, you do get a tunnel vision, and I know obviously he was alone, clearly. He probably didn't have any kind of a significant other to whatever, keep him from doing these things, clearly. But either way, it's a waste. I wish he had joined my team before he made such a radical and fatal mistake. But let's just say, rest in peace. May God have mercy on his soul. And like I said, there's not too many of us left. So, David, I don't know if I'm going to get to go to your funeral. I didn't get to go to Sean David Morton's funeral, and I certainly didn't get to go to Jordan Maxwell's funeral. So what are you going to do? Wish I knew. Somebody keep me posted. All right. God bless. Adios.